Hey everybody, this is Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man, and you are listening to Damage 365 Radio. And remember, everybody's got a price for the $1 Million Man.
I got 2 free smartphones when I switched to Metro PCS.
One for him and one for me.
It's not for you. It's for people like me.
And parrots.
I knew I should have gotten a dog.
Get 2 free Samsung Galaxy J3 Prime smartphones when you switch 2 lines to Metro PCS and enjoy a 4G LTE network that's more reliable than ever before. Metro PCS. Wireless figured out. Coverage not available in some areas. Sales tax not included in phone price. Excludes numbers on the T-Mobile network or active on Metro PCS in past 90 days. See store for details, terms, and conditions.
It's the only long wrestling podcast with the Enforcer.
I believe they're college court. I sell women's shoes.
And the Stallion.
Stallion, baby! I am not what you call a handsome man. Kick you in the nuts and you'll smile at me and like it. Oh!
Welcome back to another edition of the All Night Long Wrestling Podcast. We are your hosts. He is the better look successful Stallion. I am the Enforcer. So talk about a fall off, huh?
Right. We don't have to show right away. We can't have people doing that.
That's what people usually do when I start. I have a broken back.
That's true. Where's the breaking news drop? Do I still have it? Hold on.
Dun, 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 dun.
You have a broken back.
I have a back. My back isn't broken. I have a fracture in my back.
Same difference.
My T8, I think T7. It was these sequels to Terminator. It hasn't stopped me. Don't get me wrong. I'm only stronger. It's a fracture I've had for part of a decade. Nobody told me. My chiropractor asked me if I fell off a roof or got into a severe car accident. I said, and here we are. Mike with a broken back, and enough about broken back. I believe we are joined on the phone with Ego Ethan Page. Are you there?
Yep, right here.
How you doing, man? We appreciate your time, and welcome to the All Night Long Rest Podcast.
No problem, guys. Excited.
First and foremost, listen, I was at Evolve 82. You versus Darby Allin. You kill the man. I mean, I don't know if you've ever seen Friday the 13th Blood, but you put him in a body bag and you tried to murder him. Tell me what got you to that point with Darby Allin, because that was one of the wildest matches I've ever seen live.
I think it was a mix of both of us wanting to prove something. Obviously, two things that are completely different. I was trying to prove that he was not on my level, and he was trying to prove that he could get a victory over me, which he did in Orlando, but I needed to get it back in New York, and I did.
Yeah, that was that match was actually so intense. My fiance had to leave and watch it from the fourth row, which was much fun. I like to be up close and personal, but that was that was definitely that's a goal. And that victory pretty much is you. I believe it's going to be you and Zack Sabre for the Evolve title Saturday, May 20th. Is that confirmed?
Yep, that is correct.
What can we expect in that match? I mean, that's quite the contrast of styles. You know, Zack Sabre, the submission specialist, you very well-rounded wrestler yourself. Is that what are we looking for on May 20th?
It's kind of like a bit of a grudge match. I've kind of stuck my nose in Zach's business for a couple months now, and he stuck his nose in mine with my feud with Darby Allin. So we've already wrestled once before in New York. I was victorious. We had a rematch in San Antonio. He beat me, did not release the hold. I got the victory by disqualification. So right now, I'm 2 for 2 against Zack Sabre Jr. going into this title match, and I'm looking to make it 3 for 3.
And especially with the title on the line, that victory is far more important. Now, we jumped ahead a little bit. I know growing up in Canada, tell me a little bit about your start in the business and when wrestling something you were interested in as a kid.
Well, I started watching wrestling with my dad when I was really young. My first memory was seeing King Kong Bundy cut a promo on my TV, and it absolutely scaring the living crap out of me. I eventually fell in love with Macho Man Randy Savage, Razor Ramon, then later on The Rock, Billy Gunn. But I was always into larger-than-life characters, and I guess that's where All Ego comes from, essentially. And then I broke into wrestling in Hamilton, Ontario, and I've never looked back.
When you broke it after you got your start, were you predominantly singles guy, or did you go right to tag teams?
Kind of mixing and matching. Predominantly singles. I had a good tag team run with a close friend of mine, Joey Kings, as the Entourage, as well as tagging with Michael Elgin and AAW as the Men of the Year. But I guess most famous for tag team is Monster Mafia with Josh Alexander, former PWG tag champs. But other than that, I would say I would be 90% a singles wrestler.
Well, the first actually saw you wrestle, it was you and Josh Alexander versus Red Dragon. I think it was from Ring of Honor TV, maybe late 2014, early 2015. Not to stooge myself off, but I actually took a video of that match and put it up on my Instagram before you could do videos on Instagram. I was so excited by that. That was probably one of my favorite matches of you and Monster Mafia. What was it like? Red Dragon. They've been together for a very long time. They're a great tag team. You have worked with a lot of teams in both Ring of Honor and PW. What were those experiences like?
It was great. We've had a bunch of matches with the Young Bucks, and every time it was an amazing experience. Josh and I have chemistry unlike any other tag team. I think if we put 100% into trying to make Monster Mafia our main focus in our careers, people would be able to see that a lot more. The Red Dragon match was actually put on the Best of Ring of Honor TV episodes, and we were not under contract with the company. So whoever edits those things together, I mean, pat on the back for us. I think they really screwed up not signing both of us when we were active in Ring of Honor, and that was one of my favorite matches of that year.
And I know you said you wrestled the Young Bucks. I mean, when you got Monster Mafia, you guys wrestled from promotion to promotion. How tough is that to do, to carry a series of matches, pretty much all across the...
Sorry, could you say that again?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Young Bucks and Monster Mafia, you guys had a series of matches that went from pretty much from to promotion. How tough is that to carry sequence throughout the country and keep, innovating yourself?
Oh, with them, it's not hard at all because they know themselves so well and we know ourselves so well. So when you show up with people that are very, committed to their characters and their in-ring style, and then when you're trying to mix them both together, it's not very hard at all, especially once you've worked with each other once before and you have good chemistry. So for us to find unique ways of doing the same tandems and tag moves, but in a different style or different way or different timing or different position, it's not that tough, especially when you have 4 of the best wrestlers in the world and 2 of the best tag teams in the world. It comes pretty easy.
Absolutely. You said if you and Josh were to put your sole focus back into Mafia, is that something we're going to see go forward?
I don't know, because of the way my career is going right now with Evolve and abroad. I hope so. That'd be great. I think Josh is one of the best, and I want to see him back in America, and I want to see him back in the corner, ready for the tag. And we have a re-debut, I guess, or a reunion in, I believe, either Vancouver or Calgary. I'm not sure, but it's for Canuck Pro Wrestling. You can check them out on Twitter. we're back in action, I think, in October. So I'm excited for that.
That is awesome. That's something I'm looking forward to as well. Now, I know you talked about your career in Evolve. Right now, I mean, would you say at this point in your career, this is the best point you've been in Evolve?
Yeah, I would say so. Right now, it seems like everything I'm putting out, people are responding very well to, whether it's a video or a match or a promo or even just a photo or a clip. And it's like snowballing. And I think that's what's gotten me to this point now. We're challenging Zach for the Evolve title in a main event for a brand new market for Evolve. So I would say right now I'm at the peak, and hopefully when I win the Evolve title, I reach a new level.
So obviously, for those who follow Evolve a long time, I know you had a very long simmering feud with Gargano. So what was it like for you to working with Johnny for ultimately getting the best of him in the end, and how much did it catapult your career to main event levels?
Well, I think it helped because he's the number one guy, or was the number one guy in the company. So for me to have some special moments with him really elevated my career and put me in a different perspective into fans' eyes that I am valuable and I am a star in the making, or was a star in the making. Now I'm a superstar. So it was good for me, good for my career, and good for Evolve to have a new character come up to the top tier of the roster.
Johnny Gargano, you've had quite issues with his significant Candice LeRae. Talk to me about what it's like, the intergender wrestling aspect. Candice LeRae, I mean, one of the toughest, people you'll ever meet, let alone one of the girls. What's your take on intergender wrestling?
If it's done properly, it can be very unique and different to the show. If it's done the wrong way, it's hot garbage. But if you go check out my match with Candice from this past weekend at Wrestle Circus, it was one of my favorite matches of this year so far. And the crowd's very receptive to it. Candice is a superstar. And, like I said, if it's done right, it's great. Even the Monster Mafia versus the world's cutest tag team, both of our matches from PWG I'm very proud of. So it's very cool. We got to win the belts off of them. I have a pretty good relationship with Candice and Joey, and like I said, if it's done right, it's great.
Yeah, obviously making her debut for NXT. I don't know if that's this next week, but that's something I'm looking forward to as well. Now, aside from Evolve, because you work over there, you're wrestling 3, 4, sometimes 5 times a week. What is it like for your body to keep up that schedule, going cross country, cross times?
It's terrible, especially being jammed in a car for sometimes 14 hours one way to make a booking on no sleep so you can make it before call time, which is the professional thing to do. So, but I pride myself on being a pro in the ring and outside of the ring. So it's worth it in the end that I get to say this is my job instead of working somewhere else. But on the body, it's very tough.
Yeah, we actually spoke with Keith Lee again, who had wrestled in PWG on Friday night, and then Saturday afternoon wrestling in Queens, New York. I can't imagine, the beating in the ring just to sit into a car. I don't like sitting in a car or drive, not wrestling. I can't imagine what it's like for you guys. Now, Evolve is doing some amazing things. They're bringing in such great talent. You've had so many matches. Is there anybody that you haven't wrestled yet, or even somebody that you would like to see Evolve bring in next?
Personally, I would love to have a singles match with Ricochet, and I would love that to be an Evolve just because of the crowd and how they're used to seeing Ethan Page, and they're accustomed to my style and my character, and everybody's a big fan of him. So I think the atmosphere would be amazing, and it'd be something special for a company that I work very hard for.
Yeah, he's unbelievable, and there's a lot of younger guys. I know Leo Rush is coming up in Evolve as well. So matches with him, I think, would be fantastic. Now, you have Drew Galloway, who had just left to go to NXT. John Gargano, obviously, going to NXT. I think the relationship between Evolve and NXT, that's kind of the natural for most guys.
I mean,